Hola my chiquitas, and welcome to another video about life with diabetes. This video is going to be about diabetes and vacation. So that's going to be a little bit about diabetes and camping, because obviously we've got to keep our insulin nice and cold, so that can sometimes be a bit of a challenge. We're going to talk about holidays with other people. Sometimes it can be a bit of a embarrassment, self-conscious thing, and we're also just going to look at making sure that we keep our BGL in a nice range while we're away on holidays, enjoying some treats and maybe a routine that's a bit out of the ordinary.
Ready for camping, girls?
So there are a few challenges with diabetes and camping. First of all, I would definitely say is keeping insulin cold. We're fortunate enough that we have a fridge that we can plug into the back of the car. The downside of that is it does drain the battery on the car, and we have been caught before having to go for a drive around the campsite to try and charge that up again, just so I can keep my insulin cold.
Look at this.
Oh, hello. All right, let's go. This one scares me. He looks like an angry one. Oh, they're like up in the... Why are they all on the hill? That's my question. If I was a cow, I'd go somewhere flat.
Other options are obviously skis, ice, but especially in the summer, it's one of those things that you do just have to plan into your trip, because you can't get around that.
Morning, everyone. It's 7 o'clock now. Last night, unfortunately, someone was snoring, and I had the good idea to play rain music on my phone to drown it out. And I've woken up this morning. Of course, my phone is totally flat, so now I can't take my battery up. I'm probably gonna have to go for a bit of a drive today so that I can charge it up a little bit, just to make sure I'm on top of everything. But no one else has woken up yet. Everyone's still in their tents, so I'm gonna probably have a bit more of a nap and then see if we can go for a bit of a drive.
I can't wait to get on the road again.
Other issues that you can come across with camping and even staying at some hotels is no sharps containers. So what I do is I collect my little Gravox containers and Frank's Milo containers, Nesquik containers, anything that's like a nice tin container. I also have a few of the sharps containers that you actually get from the chemist, but they are a little bit more expensive, and that way you can just take it with you, pop your sharps in there, shut it up. It's not going to be an issue about trying to dispose of sharps at a campsite, or even trying to find a sharps container in a hotel where maybe they don't have those facilities available, or they might have those facilities available but only in the public toilets, not in your individual rooms. That can be frustrating as well. Another challenge about going away on holidays, whether that's out bush camping, in a glamorous hotel, on a cruise, whatever it may be, is just the change of routine.
Lots of swimming and holiday activities equals low blood sugar. So, whilst it's not the best, we're out of poppers. So, soft drink it is.
Nice job.
So we came out to lunch today, and for whatever reason the cafe was like, oh, sandwich press is broken, we're not really doing food. It was weird because it was at 12 o'clock, so you would think cafes would be serving food at 12 o'clock. They weren't, and so now we're a bit concerned about my blood sugar again. It's 4.3, so I got a coffee and I got like 3 sugars in it, so we're going to see what happens.
I take my Lantus, that's my long-lasting insulin. I take that every morning, and I try and take that at the same time every morning. Obviously on holidays, you sleep in, you get up early, you're all over the place. So that first thing is already a little bit out of whack.
Morning, everyone. It is 7:30 and we're going camping today. Meant to be on the road at like
8 o'clock, but it's been raining all morning, and as always, I've had low blood sugar because that happens whenever I've got to do something. On our way, coffees.
Clink.
I usually have a pretty routine diet. Obviously, I don't eat the same thing every night for dinner, but I've got a good idea of, you know, my favorite meals and how many carb serves are in those. When you're eating out, there's lots of little snacks going on, and when you're eating out at a lot of restaurants as well, it can be harder to count the carbs. You're sitting there, you're eating a meal you've never eaten before in a foreign country, or maybe it's just a dish that someone else has prepared for you and you're not 100% sure about the carbohydrates in that. Now, I love my Freestyle Libre sensor. I love it every day of the week, but especially on vacation, it's great. I absolutely loathe having to take this whole pencil case full of finger prickers, the actual device itself, the scanner, blood glucose testing strips, all the different little things. You've got to set it all up. Is it sterile? Are you maybe somewhere where you're worried that's going to get wet? Are you possibly going to forget it? This is always on me, so I can check it at any time. It's nice and easy. All I do is I just scan it, and it lets me know what my blood glucose is at that time. Honestly, life-changing. It's made scanning something that I do a lot more regularly, and it's something that doesn't give me so much anxiety. Previously, you know, scanning would be something that would give me anxiety. I would hate to do it out in public because there was so many moving parts. I would feel embarrassed. I would go into the toilets with it, or I would get all the way to the toilets and then I'd realize that the main thing that I needed, which was my pencil case filled with all my testing equipment, I'd left back in the hotel or in my handbag, which is back in the office or something like that. This is incredible. It's barely noticeable. It's water resistant, so I can wear it whenever I'm on holidays, in the pool, whatever it may be.
Is it good?
Hey Seth, sun safe. Oh yeah.
Hey, my queens! Get a dog, they said. It'll be fun, they said.
The other thing about going on holidays, and I guess this is a bit more about routine as well, is just things that you maybe take for granted at home that you might not have if you're away. I like to make a checklist because I know who I am as a person, and I'm a person who forgets things. So not so long ago, my partner and I, we went on a little staycation, and I didn't realize until the second morning when I woke up, my blood sugar was incredibly low. I think it was 1 point something, very, very high risk area, and I didn't have my jelly beans with me. And at the time I was so dazed I couldn't even remember if I'd packed them at all, or maybe I'd packed them but left them in the car. Thankfully, on holidays I enjoy a good treat, so I took with me into the bed a pack of double coat Tim Tams and some of those original Turkish delights without the chocolate over them, just the rose jelly. And I ate pretty much a whole packet of the Tim Tam biscuits. It's not what you want to be doing. My belly felt so sloshy. Usually with jelly beans, you can kind of think, all right, 7 of those, go from there. The Tim Tams is not something I use when I go low, so I was just eating until I felt better. And as we all know, you eat until you feel better. Usually by the time you feel better, you're sky high. You go from one extreme to the other. So I found that having a bit of a checklist so that I know what I need to take with me, whether that's a replacement sensor if mine's about to expire, insulin pens, that's another thing that I've forgotten before. You wouldn't think that would be something you would forget, but sometimes you're in a rush, you're out the door, you don't think to go back and grab something from the fridge before you leave. So So after all the checklists and the packing and the driving, and we lost an hour due to daylight savings, we're finally done here at Lennox. It is though 9 o'clock. So I'm probably gonna skip dinner tonight because I don't want to go to bed with a full belly, but I have already taken my long lasting for the entire day. So I think I'm just gonna have a little snackaroni while I watch TV, maybe some dip or some popcorn, because can't go past some good popcorn when you're watching a movie. But other than that, it looks like we remembered everything and insulin pens are in the fridge and we're off to a great start. So if you have a look on my Instagram, Chronic But Iconic, I've got my checklist on there as well. So if you're interested to see what I always have on there, or wanting something that you can look at yourself before you go on holidays, I definitely recommend going and having a look at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helps you on your journey. Please remember to like and subscribe if you liked what you saw, because I will be putting out more videos about living with diabetes and chronic illness. Ciao, ciao.